Hey guys, what's up? It's Cubey time, and in today we have the highly requested Cyclone Boys G4 versus the Yuxin 4x4. Other comparison videos, I like to use a point system on a scale of 1 to 5 points and a category system of 4 categories that test the completeness of the cube. These categories are general info, speed and feel, corner cutting and lockups, and design flaws. Using these 4 categories, we can find out which of these cubes is the best and which one of these will stand up to the outside for being the second best 4x4. Let's get started. Both these cubes can be picked up at thecubicle.us for very good prices, the Cyclone Boys retailing at $12 and the Yuxin retailing at $14. The Cyclone Boys is 60mm on each side and the Yuxin has a 62mm side length. Both these puzzles have pretty good sticker shades, but I do enjoy the Yuxin's brighter shades a little bit more. Also, the Yuxin stickers are more high quality, not just because of the matte finish, but the Cyclone Boys has experienced some chips in the past. Alright, for the general info category, both cubes receive a great score of 4 out of 5 points. The Cyclone Boys has a better price than the Yuxin, but the Yuxin has better sticker shades and quality, so therefore they are tied at 4 points each. Also, a note to mention, the scores of the entire video will be underneath each one of the cubes. Now let's go to the speed and the feel category. Alright, starting off with speed, the Cyclone Boys G4 is a very fast 4x4. It can perform U2s on every single turn, just one flick, on the inner and outer layers, which is a very, very impressive feat. The Yuxin can do almost the same thing, but is a little bit slower on the inner layers, definitely. The feel of the Cyclone Boys G4 is amazing. It's very crunchy, very crispy, and it's pretty nice. It turns very good. Algorithms flow very well on the inner and outer layers. It's pretty smooth on the inner layers, but it's still very crunchy. The Yuxin has a buttery smooth type of feel that is just very silky. It flows a lot better than the Cyclone Boys because it catches less, but it's a little bit slower, and it feels like it's a little bit sluggish at some points. I say in the speed and the feel category, the G4 gets the slight advantage by 1 point, bumping the G4 up to 8 out of 10 and the Yuxin up to 7 out of 10. The G4 has an amazing feel and it is very, very fast. The Yuxin has a great feel as well, maybe even better than the G4, but the speed is something that the Yuxin needs to work on. Now on to the corner cutting and lockups category, and we're going to start over here with the Yuxin. On the outer layers, the Yuxin can corner cut very nicely, at about 2 full pieces. Reverse cutting on the outer layers is very good as well. It can do over a half a piece, and sometimes even a full piece. In the inner layers, the Yuxin can do almost 3/4 of a piece, almost a full piece, and about a half a piece of reverse. The G4 can only do about 1.5 pieces of regular corner cutting on the outer layers, or it will lock up, and about a half a piece of reverse. Sometimes it can lock up pretty bad, so about 1/3 to 1/2 of a piece. And then on the inner layers, it can only do about a half a piece of regular and then 1/4 of a piece for reverse, or it will lock up. Speaking of locking up, the Yuxin during solves doesn't lock up very much at all. It's very, very smooth and fluid when turning. There are a couple catches here and there, but it's overall very nice. The G4 does lock up during solves a little bit more than the Yuxin, but overall they're both very fluid puzzles. In the corner cutting and the lockups category, I gave the Yuxin the advantage. My Yuxin received a 4 out of 5 points in this category, and the G4 received a 3 out of 5 points in this category, bumping them both up to 11 out of 15 points. The Yuxin had overall better corner cutting and was more of a fluid puzzle, and the G4 had a little bit worse corner cutting, but was still a pretty fluid puzzle. Now to the last category, design flaws. The last category includes design flaws, such as popping, corner twisting, etc. And honestly, neither one of these cubes have any problems. The Yuxin doesn't corner twist or pop, neither does the G4. There's really nothing else to say in this category because both these cubes are pretty stable and pretty reliable. So, in the final category, design flaws, both cubes receive a 5 out of 5 points, bumping them both up to 16, aka an 80% for both these puzzles. Now let me just give you some concluding thoughts of which cube I think is better. To wrap up each one of these cubes, I have a couple words to describe them, starting here with the Yuxin. The Yuxin has a very silky feel, it is very, very nice, it doesn't lock up at all, and is a very good overall puzzle. However, the G4, in my opinion, is better. It is just a little bit faster, it's still fluid through solves, however there might not be as much corner cutting, but that doesn't really matter if it's fluid through solves, and it has the better price tag. But overall, what is my opinion on 4x4? Get an Alsu. Alsu outclasses both these puzzles in every aspect. Even if you like the small size of the mini G4, you can get a mini Alsu. It can corner cut just as better than both these puzzles, and also is just way more reliable, way faster, and just an overall better cube. So I hope you guys enjoyed this comparison of the Cyclone Boys G4 and the Yuxin 4x4. Comment what you want to see next on my channel, and thank you guys for watching. I will see you all later. Bye.